How's it going? Jackson here. Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Wednesday the 13th of August. As always, if you're looking to do one of these and you just want to skip all the other stuff because you already know it, you can check the time codes in the description and you can fast forward to when I speak about that one. So this set, again, everything's pretty good. The only DLC requirement here is the Antiquities. This requires Greymore. But the other options here are pretty good anyway, and honestly, I would choose some of these if it were up to me, but I don't think there's anything wrong with any of these options here. They're all pretty damn good. So my advice is pure water springs, insect, and if you can do repairing, or if you've already got a parlor furnishing, this one's pretty good. Now there's two parlor furnishings I'll talk about. One requires you to have Deadlands DLC. If not, there's just another one. It's just slightly more expensive, that's all. Alright, so I'll start with collecting pure water springs or alchemical plants. My advice here is just find a body of water, preferably in a place like Cragmorn that is just fucking resource dense. They're really everywhere all over the place. So my advice here, check this area here, down this river here, the area up here and over here has some stuff. Same with the lake around here and around here. These are usually the places I go when I'm going to do anything alchemy related. So the reason for this is these pure water springs here, usually you just find these in large quantities in just bodies of water. There's also this cornflower here. This is also another alchemy item. We'll just grab that. Now if you want something to help you find most of the alchemy items easier, Keen Eye will help with this a lot, because if you're going through a zone and it has a lot of like green shrubbery, you might struggle to especially like if you don't know what all the alchemy reagents look like. If you're experienced, if you've been playing this game a while, you'll probably know what they look like, but yeah, that can help. Also, what you can do is, if you go to video, you go to grass, turn it off, a lot of the stuff will go away, and in that case you can see some of the alchemy plants a lot easier. But yeah, some zones, like some of the grass stays, it's kind of weird. But I think these count as trees, not shrubbery normally. That's the reason for that. But yeah, that can help, especially for places like High Isle, where there's just, the shrub is just fucking so dense. But yeah, just depends sometimes. So here's one of the alchemy plants that spawns really commonly around water. Oh, this fucking... It's a bit of texture being weird there. Yeah, these water hyacinth, they are usually all over the riversides. Same with the nernroot over here. So these two plants look around frequently for these things. And then there's the last one, so we've got a pure water node. We'll just grab that. And yeah, you can see another water node over there. If I go down this river, I'll just see if there's anything left. There's a town nearby, so usually people come through here, but there's another water node there. There's a water node there. So yeah, just travel it down here, you'll find some stuff really quick. Water node, water hyacinth over there, water hyacinth there, nernroot there. You can look at that shit, there's just tons of it. If you don't want to use Craglawn, another place that's good here is this lake over here in Deshan. Same thing with going up this river here. Places like the river down in Stonefalls and like this riverside here, stuff like that can work really well. There's like a couple of places that aren't as good, like Cold Harbor, especially like this lake over here is kind of... I don't find anything there usually when I go, but the Hollow City, if you can get access to this, there is usually shit tons of alchemy reagents all over the place just in here, and yeah, you don't have to like deal with any enemies, so this is usually really good. But yeah, usually other people have the same idea whenever this endeavor comes up. Just keep that in mind. If you want to go here for the first time, without having to do the whole fucking quest line, just use Cold Harbor Cyrodiil Estate. Look for this in home tours. Go browse homes, I find that to be a little more reliable. And yeah, just go Cold Harbor Cyrodiil Estate, travel to this, go out the front door, you'll end up in Cold Harbor. Okay, insects or arachnids. Now for this one, my personal favourite for this is Spindle Clutch, because it's an instance area, which means if you do this out in overland areas, you might come across like a group of spiders that have just already been killed by someone else, so you've got to wait for them to respawn. Whereas if you go into Spindle Clutch 1 or any instance area on your own, not in a group, nobody else can actually come in here and kill this stuff. It'll always be spawned ready to go. So just for convenience sake, I like to use dungeons because of this reason. So yeah, Spindle Clutch 1, find the single number if you want to get here for the first time. I think the quickest way is, there is a house that you can find. I think it's this one. Hold on. Let's double check. Yeah, it's this house here. So what you can do is go to Home Tours. Again, browse homes. Instead of Cold Harbor, this time go Exercise Coven Cottage. So that will take you pretty close to the dungeon here. So once you find this dungeon for the first time, you can then travel to it from a Waitron at any point. So it's also really convenient to get here. So to start the fight with these guys here, there's more than 5 spiders in this first group, so that's literally all you need. They're just a little bit all over the place. So what you could do is just come over here, and what this will do is just like tackle the spiders in one spot, basically. It didn't work as well there because they're cannibalizing each other, but okay, don't interrupt them. Okay, there we go. So let me go through some other options here. So we'll just go to the front door because this will take us straight back to where we were. So yeah, now we're in Craglawn again. So for those with arachnophobia, there are other options here. So Sini is, I think, one of the best places to find insects because there are heaps of shulks and heaps of quama here. So the quickest way here is literally just double swatch here. You've got this way shown by default, so it's actually very easy to reach this place. And there's quama here. I believe the scribs also work, which is just like the mini quama. And then there's shulks on the northeastern side. These things here, these also count. What you could also do is check this world boss here, the Strasform Hive, just south of the Waystone again. This one here, it's got a set of 4 Strasform Scrib. You can kill these guys, and then kill the Quama Warriors that pop up. So there's 3 here, so that'll be 5 in total. The only thing is, after this, there'll be a world boss here. And, yeah, it's not the easiest world boss in the world, but if there's someone else here, you might as well. If you want an instant version of insects that aren't arachnids, there's also Darkshade Caverns 1 and 2 in Deshaan. Darkshade Caverns 1, you have to go through a bunch of enemies, like humanoids first, but after that, there's a bunch of Quama in the tunnels, so you can kill those Quama instead. If you want to be quicker though, Darkshade Caverns 2, the very first fight is a bunch against a shit ton of tough Quama. That's the only thing, they're very fucking strong. So you gotta constantly heal yourself in here if you're on your own. Yeah, you can see the fucking damage they're doing. Yeah, that is an option too if you want to use it. Alright, so now I'm moving on to repairing in Cyrodiil. Now, 7,500 damage to a structure, that's such a fucking insignificant amount. That's 2 repair kits. Not, like, a majority of this time will be spent looking for a keep to repair, and then it's like 3 seconds repairing it. It's ridiculous. So, you want to find the campaign where your faction is doing the best. And in this case, I'm Ebonheart, so that's perfect. So what we do now is, firstly, just make sure you've got some repair kits. So go to a siege mission, like this one, for example. Every gate has one, and every keep has one. So whenever you go to a keep to repair it, you can also buy them there. So siege mission, just go down and buy a couple of Cyrodiil repair kits. 90 gold each, so you don't need much gold. It's 180 gold to do this. You've also got, if you go to your containers here, you might have some repair kits here. There's like a defensive Alliance War box, and it's got, I think, 20 repair kits in it. You can do this a bunch of times on like one character, just with the box that they get, or the coffer. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just go to a keep. We'll just see if there's any that we need to repair. So you can tell straight away if a keep needs to be repaired. This one doesn't, because there's no crane tools that you can see. The next thing before you leave a keep, just make sure you check these like corner areas. There's one on each side. So, as an example, this one here, each corner has like one of these ones that you can repair as well, and they usually are the last thing that get repaired. Yeah, sometimes you'll get through and check every keep, and there'll be like nothing to repair. It's the unfortunate nature of this one. It's just sometimes it's unreliable, just on the fact that like very rarely none of the keeps will be repairable. I'll keep trying. So nothing I can see. Nope. Not looking too good, is it? Yeah, wow, this campaign has just been wiped clean. Yep, everything is repaired. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but every keep that I've checked that I can travel to easily is repaired. So, yeah, I've probably done this, I'd say, 100 times. And I don't think I've ever had an instance where there's been no keep to repair. That being said, probably the best campaign to check is Greyhost, just because it's most busy. And the more busy a campaign is, the more stuff usually needs to be repaired. Because if you leave stuff long enough, like in a keep, it just repairs itself. So yeah, that's probably what's going on here. But the good thing is, even like right now, because they haven't removed all the campaigns for the White Streaks event, there's still heaps of campaigns you can check anyway. So you've got like so many keeps to check for like repairing anyway. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal. If you don't see any keeps to repair, just go to a different campaign and check that one. Yeah, my first choice would just be check Alliance Locked, because this is the only one I find that is just like, these two are kind of as well, but yeah, Alliance Locked is like the only one that's really constantly got action in it, even if it's like not much. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So this is a keep that needs to be repaired. So these crane tools here, these are what you're looking for. If a keep wall needs to be repaired, it will have this next to it. So now what we do is we chuck our repair kits on a quick slot right there, just like a potion. And you just activate it like a potion when you're next to the wall. When the health bar is up there at the top there, just hit the repair kit like a potion. Your character will do an animation, and look at that, it's just 2, and we're done. Like, I barely put any health into that wall, and it's done. So, yeah. This one is like, it's a tiny drop of water in like a massive bucket of like shit that you can possibly repair in a keep. Because you look at this. That's one wall. This wall needs that. This wall needs repair. This wall needs repair. There's also the postern platform that needs repairing, which is a whole other thing, and that's fired. Keep wall. Got the keep wall over here that's like quite low. Keep wall. Sometimes the gatehouse doors aren't full health either. So yeah, all the walls here, wall. It's like heaps of shit. And 2 repair kits, that was like 2% in one of them. So yeah, you can see what I mean. There's so much shit that you can repair sometimes. Parlor Furnishings. So you need 2 things for this. You need obviously a parlor furnishing, and you also need a house. Now, you can get a house completely for free. There's 2 places I would suggest. One is this one, just because the NPC where you get a parlor furnishing is in the same building. So I think this is convenient if you need both. If you're not caring about a furnishing, though, you can get get the free house from here. So Philaine Demarie, she will be found here, and she's also found right here in front of me here. So yeah, these wayshrines are both found... or they're not found. They're unlocked by default, so you can travel to these whenever you're ready. So, Philaine Demarie, all you have to do to complete this quest and get yourself a free house is literally just talk to her. That's it. So, once you get here, this is where you get your free house. If you haven't got all 3 yet, it'll pop up right there. So, Parlor Furnishings. There is one available from Rosica here in Daggerfall. Tea Table Carved. So this is a parlor furnishing. It costs 250 gold though. There's a cheaper one, but unfortunately you're going to need the Deadlands DLC to get access to it. If you do, let me show you that one. The second parlor furnishing in question, you need to go to Fargrave, and you need to find Nif. So this guy here, the Home Goods Finisher. So what you do is you start at this wayshrine. There is a wayshrine in here you get, but yeah, if you haven't been here before, you have to start out here. So from the wayshrine, you can come up here, and this way leads up to the second floor, which is where you want to go, because you go through here, you go over this bridge, and this gets you to the furnishings house. So Nif will be right in front of the door, basically. So this guy here, open the menu with him, and these flags here are not the clutter, sorry, but these flags are Parlor Furnishings. So these only cost. There's one that costs 75 gold, so that's what I'd recommend. Just buy one of these, and that's it. Now what we do is we find a house. So in the map tab, there'll be a houses section here. In collected, you'll see all the houses that you have unlocked through various means. So the houses you'll get for free will be the Rosy Lion, the Ebony Flask, and the Mara's Kiss Public House. So whichever one of these you get, just click on it. It'll direct you to where it is located on the map, and then you left click, travel to Mara's Public House or whatever it is inside, and then confirm. And no matter where you are, it'll take you straight there. So we've got a free house here. All we do is open the housing editor menu, go browse, and then you go down to Parlor, where you got your item. You click it, you go place, and then you place it on the floor. Now, if you just spam left click now to pick it up and place it, nothing happens. The item has to come from your inventory and then be placed on the floor. But what you can do instead is, at the bottom left, you'll see it says undo. You can hit that, which puts it back in your inventory, but you can redo, which places it straight on the ground again. You don't have to try and move around again to place it. So that's usually what I do whenever these endeavors come up. I find the furnishing that I have all my furnishings in one location, in a small sized house, and then I'll find the furnishing that relates to that type. I'll just select it, put it away, and then undo, redo, undo, and that will also work. So either of those options is really good for doing this super quickly. So yeah, as soon as you got this one furnishing, anytime Parlor Furnishings come up, you can just do this super quick using that strat. Alright, so now we have Antiquities. So I'm going to be as brief as I can here. I don't want this video being super long, so I will not go through everything about Antiquities. I'll link some videos in the description if you want to watch. They're the ones I actually learnt Antiquities with a couple of years back. But yeah, I'll go through some very basic stuff to just get you off your feet if you just want to do the Antiquity endeavor. But Antiquities themselves, there's a lot to it, and some of it's hard for me to explain, but yeah, I'll do my best. So firstly, in order to start Antiquities, you need to come to the Antiquarian Circle in Western Skyrim. You must have the Greymoor DLC. If you don't have this, you can't access Antiquities. And I'm pretty certain, even if you've claimed the skill lines in ESO Plus free trial, you can't access it after it ends. I don't know though. I don't have any accounts that don't have the Greymoor DLC, so I wouldn't be able to check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's not like Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood with those skill lines. So yeah, all you do is just talk to Verita Numida here, start the quest, turn around, interact with this thing. Once you do, you turn around to talk to her again, you complete a quest, and you've got the skill lines. So you can do that Antiquity there. That's just a quest to show you how Antiquities work. It's a very easy one to do. And if you want to do one of the two Antiquities... The fuck? Why did it take me off my mount? Yeah, that's the way to do it. So, but you still need one more. So you're going to need to go out and do a green one anyway. So yeah. What I recommend is using one of the 5... I call them trainee zones. Artaeum's also really good for this too, if you've got access to it. But the reason I suggest these ones... Canarthis Roost is one. You've got Stros Mackay, Betneek... Bleakrock Isle and Balfoyan. The reason I suggest these is because the zones are very small, and it means that regardless of what way shrines you've unlocked in the game, all you need to do is go here and you basically got entire access to the whole zone in a minute, because the zone itself is very easy to traverse. And that's good for Antiquities, because it means that you're not traveling across the map if you don't have any of the way shrines. For example, imagine you start in Davon's Watch over here. This is the first way shrine you get in Stonefalls. But you excavate an Antiquity and it ends up somewhere over here. It's trying to get all the way over here is a fucking pain in the ass. Whereas with Balfoyan, for example, if you start over here and you get an Antiquity over here, it's a minute travel over. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. So in this case, I'll just go Canarthis Roost. Alright, so starting off, you go to the Antiquities Codex in the journal, just next to quests. So you'll only at level 1 be able to do green items, and the scrying itself can be a pain in the ass because it's kind of RNG based. Okay, so what you need to do with the scrying itself is you start here, this like little section just next to this, I don't know, like a teardrop. You have to connect these symbols here in a way that allows you to, before this runs out of like charge, because each time you activate these you suffer charge, you need to get to all 6 of these swirly icons here, or swirly spots, hexes. If you fail to get all of them, what will happen is it creates like fake dig sites, and it's a fucking pain in the ass, because it means that if you go to one of these fake ones and like dig stuff up, it won't be the item that you're looking for, so you're just wasting time. So what I recommend is, even though you won't always get it in like the first go, because the nature of these, like when you start off, it's like you have very little margin for error, and especially me, like I always fuck these things up. You can just do it again though, and I'll show you how. So say I'll do this one. I'll just go through, see if I can. I'll see if I can get this in one go, but yeah, I doubt it. This one, get 2 there. That one. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Awesome. Alright, so what would happen there if I miss one is you've got this dig site here, but maybe there'd also be one over here somewhere, and one of them would have a fake item. So what you can do in that case instead is go here, and normally if there's still one left, you can actually just scry it again, and you'll do the same thing. It'll be literally the same, except all the hexes will be different. And maybe it'll be easier, maybe it'll be just as annoying, but yeah. Just do that a bunch of times, and yeah, eventually we'll get one that works. Alright, so now that you've entered the dig site, you go into your inventory, you go to quick slots, and now we go to tools. You want to put Antiquarian's Eye on your quick slot bar. The reason for this, if you activate Antiquarian's Eye, like a potion, it will give you a direction of where to find the dig site. So if I just travel in this direction, what do you know? There's the dig site there. So that will make your life so much fucking easier when you're doing this dig site part. So this is the easy bit. For green ones, this is where like after the scrying's done, it's like, okay, it's fucking home stretch from here. So this is like a hot and cold thing. If it's red, it's like the item's far away. If it's green, you're looking at where the item is, like over the top of it. So we can use process of elimination here. So the item isn't within this area here. If I put one down here, yeah, there you go. I found it. But what could have happened is, if it was like orange, it would mean that it's nowhere near here, it's nowhere near here. So what you could do is like factor it in to be somewhere around here. So then you could go over here. If it's still far away, you could then correlate that it's there somewhere. So yeah, what we do now, if I do this, you can see it's there's a yellow one there, which means it's close, but no cigar. So yeah, there it is there. So if I did it over here, yeah, you can see that because these two are within the highlighted range, yeah, that's why it's orange and not red. So yeah, eventually you'll do that. Now we get the hand brush and just spam click until you open it up. And that's the item there. So once you hit this point, that's it. You sorted out this one. Now if you go further and dig a bit more up, you might find like an extra item. It's not important though, it's just bonus loot. And it'll just be like basic shit. It'll either be like a intricate item or an ornate item, or it'll just be one of these things that you can sell for like 40 gold or 100 gold. So from here, you can just press escape and get out, but if you want to read up about the item, because all these different items have like some lore tidbits, it's kind of cool. But yeah, if you just don't care about that stuff, just press escape and go on to your next one. So you will get the ability to do the blue one, but if you've just started Antiquities, you won't be able to do this for a while. And I wouldn't want to do it anyway, like unless you got like passives for it. So we'll do that again, see if we... So I'll just show you, like, if I completely mess this up, and I miss a couple, so I'll show you what happens. So we go out, and now you can see there's 3 different dig sites. So what you can do now is just retry it, and just do it again. See how it goes. I guess we don't have a choice here. Alright, I fucked that one up too, so I'll give that another try. Fuck's sake. That took a while. So now we go out and yeah, there's the real dig site. So we just go over here now. Alright, just repeat the process. we'll get our Antiquarian's Eye, hit it, and there it is. There's the dig site there. So same thing. Let's go in, get our Scrying Eye, start there. Yeah, we are very lucky. And then we'll just start looking for that. Yep, there it is, and that's it. Let's get out of that, and that's our Antiquities are never done. So, in order to level up to the second level in Scrying, which like is such a huge like power spike for doing the green ones, you get two things. You get Scryer's Patience and you get Coalescence. Coalescence is amazing, and Scryer's Patience, like Coalescence is like an active skill, like ability that you can use to like, yeah, you can look it up if you want. The guide goes into it that I linked in the description. Yeah, Scryer's Patience just increases the amount of goes that you have before you run out. So yeah, you can just, that also makes it much easier. So these two here, get a couple of skill points and get these whenever you get access to them. In order to do that, you need to do 8 of the green scries. So you get 1 XP per scry that you scry and excavation that you do of the green ones. And they're the only ones you have access to until you get to level 3, which gives you blue. And yeah, from there you'll start to get more and more stuff going on with Antiquities. But that's the basics. As soon as you level 2 in scrying and get these two, the green ones are fucking trivialized. But right now it's kind of a pain in the ass at level 1. Okay, any questions? Just give me a holler as always. But yeah, all these options are pretty good, I think. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. Take care for now. I'll see you next time.